Hello traders, good afternoon. For those of you who don't know me, this is Hane Mangal. I assume most of you know me. That's a little arrogant, but I hope so. So let's go. Today I want to do for you the Aussie, the Euro Aus, because it's a very, very important chart and it has a lot of great potentials in it. So I'm going to start with a very big chart that you have, right? And as you can see in this chart, this was the big move down. That is what we call the impulse. We made another impulse up, we made a correction, and we made another impulse up. You see the reversal from that point is a very strong move down. So the assumption we will make now is that we are going to make another impulse to the downside. We're going to make an impulse here, a correction up, and an impulse to the downside, coming back to retest that low and probably break the low. That's the assumption if we work with the way market works, the way market moves, right? Kind of makes so. What we saw is a very big move down, and now we're in this move. What we're interested in is what's going to happen here. How do we trade this? So we go to the daily, and we've got a very nice move down. There was a lot of corrections in that. Right? In this move coming down, there was a lot of corrections there. And right now we're making a correction. We made a move there. We kind of do this, and we're going up. I believe they will break this top. If this is a simple correction, we're going to go down. If it becomes a complex correction, they're going to make corrective structures back here, break the top, make corrective structures, break the top. They can actually go very high, make correction, go very high, make bigger correction, go very high, and then fall. What this piece would look like is unknown. It could be small, it could be huge, it could be very short, it could be very long time-wise. You don't have to know what that is going to look like. You just have to know all the possibilities that exist. And as it's developing, you will see those possibilities. As it's growing, you will see the possibilities, and you will see what is developing. To each piece will be that is made will tell you what the next piece is going to look like. So once we made this impulse up and we made this correction down, with the assumption at this point is that you're going to do this. When you see them start doing this, you're like, okay, I get it. They're going to make one more down, and then they're going to do this, come break the top. So we were buying. If you go to the 60 minutes, you would see that we were already buying here. Very simple, right? We bought here, we bought there, we bought this one. This one we closed, I think was during this week. We closed that for break even. This one take profit, that one take profit. This closed for break even. Because we knew we were going to make a deeper correction, and then we were going to expect it to go break that top. So we're looking for buy setups again to go back to the upside. Some may not go, some may go. The ones that go, you make profit. The ones that don't go, you take break even. If you have to take a small loss, you put a small loss with a small risk, and that will be your loss. If it doesn't go the way you expect it to go, then that's okay. That's trading, right? So if you're not aware of the way I look at these charts, wave analysis, you may want to follow more of my YouTube videos and figure out what I do. And if you want to learn how to do this, send me a Skype message. MANGAL 457, Mangal 457. Send me a Skype message. I'll teach you how to do this. So let's go. We're looking at this move down. Now, this could either be all the correction or it could be a part of the correction. What that means we're looking for a buy here. This buy would either go like that, or it's going to break the top and it's going to come back down here. Go back, break the top, come back down here. Maybe go back, break the top, come here, and then eventually go there. They will eventually go there. There was only one situation where I'm looking at they might not go there. That is, if we think this is going to make what we call a contracting flat. Stop right here and drop from here going down. So what would be the sell setup to tell me if that's a contracting flat? Pretty simple. If I get this trade and it breaks the top here and it starts to, go very slow, I will exit that trade. And if I think we're coming down here, I will look at the charts on the 1 hour or some more, what it's doing. And if I think this is going to come down, I'll be looking for a sell setup or somewhere at the low here. That means we'll be selling this to the downside. Again, I don't think it's going as yet. I think it's too early for the downside. I think we're going to most likely break that up and maybe even go much higher. So I'm looking for an early buy setup. This is my buy setup. This is my buy setup. I'm not making trade calls for you. I'm showing you how I trade. I'll put an entry there with a stop under the low here. And I'll watch how this goes. Is it going to go aggressively or is it going to go very slow? And depending on how this develops will depend on whether I keep the trade all the way to the top here or whether I close the trade, whether I get a break even, whether I win or whether I lose. As it's developing, you will know that. Now, this could be all the correction here. It could be a part of the correction down. Here is a good example. We were looking to sell this to the downside. But hindsight, you can see how perfect it looked. Our first sell actually came in here. This was where we made our first sell. See? See that little flag there? That was our first sell. That trade became a break-even trade because it went right back up. See that? We took off that trade for break-even because it went right back up. Pull back, we didn't get a sell set up, go back, and now we said, okay, great. If that is what it's going to do, this is it. Our next sell setup came in here. See that? That's the next sell setup. And that one worked perfect. Now, if they repeat the same thing I'm showing you here, then this is going to go there, probably do this and come back lower here. Maybe go back up, maybe come back low, and we will eventually get a buy somewhere at the top here to go. Now, I don't know. You don't have to know what the pattern is going to be in the future. You have to know what the pattern looks like now and what possibilities that pattern has to develop. Now, it looked easy when I'm showing you because I know all the existing possibilities. I have a database of all the patterns in my head. You don't have that database. I've seen people try to copy me and then they get themselves in trouble. And then they send me a message. Hey, I took the buy you call on the EURAUD and it's not going good for me. What should I do? And they will not call me when they take it and it's not going good. They will call me when it does something like this and it's actually here. And I'm like, dude, we are already selling it from this point. Why are you still in that buy? Well, you make the call. See? They would actually say that. You make the call. I'm like, no, I'm not making any trade call for you. I'm showing you how I trade using the method that I use. It's called wave analysis. And it's called wave analysis. It makes waves and then it's make impulses. Corrections, impulses. So we try to catch them. And sometimes the patterns that we know, like I said, this could either be a contracting flat or it's going to go up and it's going to be a regular flat, which means we're going to break the top. I am now right now forecasting a regular flat. If I see structural change in here for a contracting flat and downside, we will sell. Right now, we're looking for a buy. I showed you an example here. When we saw this, we knew this was going to come down. We saw this whole correction and we knew that was going to go. The first trade didn't go. We looked at it. It became a more complex corrective structure. The second trade worked perfect. The same thing here. If you look at this, our first trade didn't go on this piece. You notice it went up and came back here and make a low. Then it went and you got a second trade go, the third trade go, the fourth trade didn't go anywhere. This was the fourth one. This one didn't go anywhere. That became a break-even trade. But we knew that was going to be a break-even trade. We closed it. Actually, we closed it this week. We took the trade this week and closed it. Right now, I have a 1-week trading session going on with all my traders. What that means for the entire week, we are in there taking trades, making trades, managing them, showing how they should work for traders who are struggling. And I'm in the trading room at least 6-7 times a day, two times in the Asian session, 2 times in the London session, try to go back 2 times in the New York session. Sometimes I don't make it 2 times in the New York session. This morning, I was only 1 time in the Asian session because I woke up a little late. So at least 5 to 6 times I'm trying to be in the room with them and take questions and answer their questions and show them how we manage trades, how we take trades, where we put your stop, how you do everything. And these are people already with experience, with years of experience in wave analysis. These are not newbies to chart. It doesn't matter how much you think you know, you might still struggle in your trading. And that's where we come in as a group. So watch this trade. If it plays out well, we'll get it. If it doesn't go well, we're either going to take a small loss, we'll get a break even, or we'll get very small profit. But the trade is to come to this stop here. And then at that point, we will see whether it's going to go down totally or whether it continues to go up. If it continues to go up, we'll stay with it. If it's going to go down totally, no problem. We can handle it. If you know wave analysis, you will be able to handle all these bits and pieces as they're happening, right? Some of them you will get in a little early because you assume that, like this one, you would assume, well, that is all the correction we're going to go. And then they said, oh, no, that's not all the correction. Worst case is you got a break even out of that trade. And now you're still taking the next trade down because you got a setup here, right? You got a perfect setup. This is the setup I'm showing you here. See that? That small one there. If this goes slowly like this, it is not the trade. You see, I can't tell you what I would do with that trade when I'm finished, because I will make the decisions as I see it developing. I'm only doing these videos once a week, twice a week for you guys. But my traders get this daily, and they get updates in the trading room regularly. If you want that, you can get it. Send me a Skype message and I'll show you, I'll tell you the conditions under which you can get it. Take care, everybody. Thank you very much. The next video I do, I will do an update on all the trades I've done. By the way, you should check them. You remember some people were saying, oh, that EURAUD is not, that Cadian is never going to go. It's going perfect. Cadian is working out perfect. Let me show you the Cadian. I hope I can take 1 more minute to show you the Cadian one, because this was the one somebody was saying, oh, all his videos are not going. Remember this? I told you it's going to go down. You know what changed? I told you it's going to go down from this part. Remember what I showed you? That one didn't go. This one didn't go. This one didn't go. This was a profit. This was a break even. This was a break even. This was profit. Then when this happened, we knew we were going to make a new high. Actually, there's an update before the high happened where I told you guys it's going to come up here. And when it comes here, you start looking for your sell. Some of my traders took that sell. We closed it here and we're looking for another sell here. So for you, this could actually be a sell setup that you might be looking for. I can't tell you what to do with the trade. You'll have to decide yourself. But there's a sell setup forming here and we're looking for that trade down. See? So for those of you who don't understand wave analysis and don't understand that it doesn't go immediately when the first pattern is complete, you might get 2, 3 of those patterns forming before it goes. You can see it for yourself. By the way, I'm not even going to mention the first one I post, which is the Ripple XRP. I don't have to mention this, right? Bingo. I only wanted you to trade it to the break of that top, but look what it's doing. So the naysayers who were jumping, like all his trades are going wrong, this guy has no idea what he's doing. Wave analysis don't work. Congratulations, you didn't make that trade. That trade would have doubled whatever you invest in it. Right? If you had put no, if you've used no leverage. If you use leverage because you bought it at 17, it's already 24. If you use leverage, well, you know how much money you make. You made a ton of money in that trade. And there is still more buy setups here. I'll do that update for you guys later today or tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye.